Welcome to another episode of DonTalk Listen, man. We are going crazy right now. Shout out to Silver on the ones and twos today, man. Got my dog Silver. And I don't care about you talking in the background, bro. It's not one of them podcasts. We can, make sure we for sure do it. Got my mom in the building. But I got a very special guest, man. My guy Stan, man, who actually has his own dump truck company buildings. Also, it's not just dump truck, it's more. Are you looking to record your podcast just like I'm doing right now, man? You should definitely tap in with the Success Center and Thornton Media Group right here in College Park, East Point, right here in Atlanta, not too far away from the airport. Y'all should tap in. We got a couple different setups, and we can definitely get you all the things you need when it comes down to starting your podcast. So tap in and click this link right here. To give a brief, man, let people know who you are, where they can get know where you at, and everything like that, man.
First and foremost, thank you for having me.
For sure.
I'm Stan Barnett III. President and CEO of Alpha Labor Company. We do junk removal, waste management, things of that nature. So if you're in the Atlanta area, we'll be more than happy to assist.
Super dope, man. That's super dope. I'm glad that you're able to actually tell people about your business. A lot of times we say these things and we're not doing them. The one thing about the DonTalk Listen show is it's about people who actually doing the things that they say they're going to do. So the Don part is the vision. The talk part is what you want to speak into existence. Absolutely. And the listen part is something that you heard along the way. Shout out to my dog Silver. I always shout out her out. If y'all go watch episode 1, I actually tell y'all where I got that whole concept from. And It definitely came from her show. So y'all make sure y'all go check out hers as well. Back to the beat. Don't forget the duh. Because I be writing back to beat and it don't be the right thing. So make sure y'all always include that though. But getting to that, man, what was the vision when it came down to hey, I want to start doing this business?
To be honest, my father was an inspiration. He was an entrepreneur, and what he did was, or what he does still to this day, is restore antique furniture. And I was on the truck with this man from the age of 5, just watching him hustle and grind. And I had to find my own pocket. Fortunately, I've had friends who've pushed me in this direction. Shout out to Gold Mine Dumpsters, Anthony McKenna, and wonderful guy who I grew up with from childhood, and he made me realize that trash isn't going anywhere. Trash isn't going anywhere.
That's a for sure business. That's a for sure business that's gonna be there.
Absolutely.
It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna continue to be that tomorrow. It's gonna be that next week. Absolutely. It's gonna be some this week. But that's such a one of those things that people kind of say man, I'd never be a trash man or something like that. So how will you be in the confidence of just knowing that that's gonna be that? What was the I can do this or I would do this? What if somebody's thinking oh, I don't want to deal with trash? What was your thing to say, you know what, this can work?
I can't really say I had a thing because I've always been familiar with manual labor, which nowadays is not so popular. But again, being on the truck with my dad, helping him out, learning the ins and outs of box trucks, getting your hands dirty, getting cuts from cardboard, losing fingernails on the job, things like that. You just have to get your hands dirty. I mean, once you're willing to accept the fact that you want to get your hands dirty and you have your why, everything else falls in place.
I love when you talk about having a why. I think that's the biggest thing when it comes down to doing anything, creating that why. And I think we talk about documentation. I mean, a lot of people talk about generational wealth. And I have a big thing about if you don't document it correctly, then there can be no generational wealth. So documentation for me is true generational wealth. So that's why I even started the show, because it was hey, let me document all my friends who actually do something and let me show or give them a platform to be able to tell their kids or tell the next person who might not want to do this or might not know the ins and outs of certain things about it to kind of hear that side of it. So what's something that is a misconception or a misperception that people might think about this business?
I would say they think it stinks. Now it has its parts where it does stink, but the reward is high. For sure. But I go back to getting your hands dirty because you would be surprised how many people aren't interested in getting their hands dirty, especially in the world that we're in now. You can do everything from a desk. You can do everything from a computer. A lot of people feel like they don't need to get their hands dirty, let alone get off their couch to make some money. But I'm old school, I'm old fashioned, and I don't mind getting up and getting it. So you just have to be in that mindset.
I think a lot of people will be scared of that whole thing, and people be like, "Oh, mindset," or if they talking about mindset, it's not the right thing. But that's not necessarily the truth. When that's what you have to have that certain mindset on. And I think the biggest thing you said is having that why. When you have a why, certain things don't even matter. Stench is not a thing when you got wife, kids, and a family.
You don't smell it.
You got dogs too, right?
Had a dog. Put him down 2 years ago.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But that's all right. That's all right. I'm healed. I'm healed. I was fortunate enough to have him for 13 years. Met my wife Amber in college. Got him while we were together. He was able to see both of my boys, so I couldn't ask for anything more.
Nah, that's super dope, man. That's super dope, man. And shout out to you for being. I want to always say, man, like, being around the family. You've been around the family what? How long now? Like,
that's pop quiz, man. I've been around.
You've been around since I was young, bro.
We've been married 10 years this year, and we were probably dating 5 years.
Yeah, so you've been around
before that.
We was kids.
Yeah, you were little.
Yeah, we was kids. Little. So like, bro, been around forever, and I just love to see the elevation of you, bro. Like, I always, like, I told you this, and I wanted to say it on camera as well. Like, I admire how you are as a husband and as a father. Like, I love how your kids act. I love how to see who you have created. Like, I've seen you make your creative players and who they are and who you are. I just always admire like how bro moving. Amber always look straight. You know what I'm saying? Shawty ain't never look like she going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's going on, but she don't be out. She be out.
Absolutely. And that's part of my why.
Yeah.
I mean, my why originally just seeing how hard my parents worked. And I remember as a kid, I've always like, you know what? I'm going to get them to where they don't have to do nothing. Then I met Amber, and I'm like, I got to get her to where she don't have to do nothing. Then she gave me my 2 boys, and I'm like, all right, I need them to do something so that everybody else don't have to do nothing. So that's my whole why.
Nah, that's
what makes it worth it. That's what helps me get over the obstacles. That's what gets me up at 5 o'clock most days. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's every day. 5 and 5:30 most days, but that's what gets me up.
Nah, that's beautiful, man. You spoke on this, and like I said, the whole breakdown of the show is, but I love that you said that you sat down with your dad for years and just kind of like learned along the way. Is there anything particular, like your dad or just somebody you heard along the way that kind of stuck with you up until this point of your life? Like, this is like something that I live by.
Can I be honest?
For sure.
My father, and I didn't understand it younger, but he said, and it's, excuse my language.
No,
he said, the world don't give a shit about you. And nobody's going to give you anything. And when I was younger, it really didn't stick. But I think second year into college, I had to call that man and say, "Oh, you nailed it, big dog. You nailed it." So that's why I try to tell my son now. He's 8 years old. You know, these kids now, grandparents spoil them to death just like they do us. But it's a different level nowadays. And I'm like, look, man, it's not going to fall in your lap. He just transitioned from baseball to football. He doesn't want to go back to baseball. And he has this thing where he's like, oh, I watch a couple YouTube videos.
And now I can do this.
I played Madden this weekend. I'm going to go try this. I said, no, sir. You have to put in the work. Football season just ended. And I said, you going to sit on your ass or we going to train? And he's like, I said, how bad do you want it? Because it's not my life. If you want to play for fun, join every rec team you want to. If you want to do this into the future and make a career out of it, put in the work now. These kids are different now. The way they're built different now. These programs are different now. You have to do the extra work. And you see me and Amber, we're not 6'2". I said, you're going to have to do the extra work, man. You're going to be small. You got a lot of heart, but you got to apply yourself. So I just try to, as much as I go horse saying it every day, I know I have to until it sticks. So
nah, man, I think that's one of the biggest things that I say about this show is be the example. Like, that's my whole thing. I dedicated to one of my partners who I just lost recently. His name was B. But it was one of the things I always told him is like, bro, you have to be the example that you wanted to see. Like, and I think even you working hard, constantly showing that thing, indirectly, you're still showing them what that hard work looks like and what it looks like on the other side of like actual hard work and what can actually come from it. So I think that's super dope, bro. The talk part, bro. The talk part is, man, what's something that you want to speak into existence when it comes down to this business? Like,
how you doing? I'm Stan with Alpha Labor Company, president and CEO. If you are interested in waste removal, junk removal, garage cleanouts, estate cleanouts, landscape material delivery, we are the team for you. You can reach me at 770-750-5007. On Facebook, it's Alpha Labor Company. On Instagram, it's Alpha Labor Company. And the website is www.alphalaborcompany.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time.
You've done so. What would you say you at in the business first before we say what we're gonna speak into in the business?
Where I'm at now.
Yeah, where you feel like you at with it? What's something that you like? Where you at from when you started?
I've accomplished so much this year alone. sometimes I look back and I think about where I am now and how I was hoping and praying to be here. And now I'm obviously looking forward. Honestly, next year I feel like next year is going to be huge.
Sure.
Next year is going to be more trucks, more equipment, bigger team. I have a great mentor again, Anthony McKenna with Gold Mine Dumpsters out in Houston, Texas, and Josh Deadweiler, Reliable Dumpster Rentals out in Athens. And they've been great as far as being mentors and showing me kind of making some mistakes before I got to those, those potholes in the road. And I feel that if I can, touch back into my sales and marketing again, because I've been out of that game for a while, everything's coming back naturally. So as far as Alpha Labor Company, again, more trucks, more equipment, and kind of expanding our horizons. Some people may say it's happening, that's too fast. That's not going to happen too fast. But knowing what I've accomplished this year, after looking over the edge of the cliff in January, I know it's possible.
No,
I've
sure.
had this business, with an LLC rather, for 8 years. Had my children, kind of put it on the back burner. Life happened, and when I had my second son, that's when it kicked into gear for me. I was like, okay, let me reinstate this LLC. Let me really get it going, and let me create something for them. And yeah, man.
Other than the pay, what has been one of the biggest highlights of this business for you?
Seeing what I am capable of, and I'm gonna be frank, doubting myself at times,
Sure.
but then seeing what I'm able to accomplish, and then opening my eyes to what else could be, and not letting anybody get in my head about what can and can't be done, because it'll be the people that you wouldn't even think,
No, for sure.
that are kind of holding you back or telling you can't do something. But what has me motivated is what I have done, the lessons I've learned. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you could have asked me about losses that I've had. You ask me now, I don't have any losses.
And I was just gonna ask you, like, I was literally gonna ask that question, like, what is one of those things that you saw before as a loss, and it actually was a gain for you? Like, oh, this looked like this was something that I really dropped, like you just said, kind of similar. But is there any in particular thing? Because I think sometimes when we get into these certain businesses, I think it's those certain things that people do need to hear on, like something that might have didn't go right. Like, so when it does happen to them, oh, this is a part of it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we get these bumps in the road, and they're like, man, this has to be happening to me only. Like, why is this happening to me? And then it's like, no, man, I launched the podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Crazy. I launched the podcast thinking I'm doing something, scheduled a podcast, because of how I learned how to post podcast or post it. Because of my learning and how I learned how to do it, I posted it unlisted, so nobody could see it. So I scheduled it. I was like, yeah, but what, 9 o'clock I done did it. Everybody hit me up. Like, you said it's gonna do it at 9. Where is that? Where's that?
Yeah,
I'm like, man,
I was looking for
Look, bro, I'm like, everybody hit me like, but it was such a good lesson to learn on the first time that, because of how I learned.
The official game of the DonTalk Listen show, man. Y'all make sure y'all go tap in with Locked In. Come get locked in with the Locked In, or you're gonna be locked out. Y'all make sure y'all tap in. Keep watching this episode and watch the next episode too. We love y'all for supporting. Y'all have a great day on purpose, or at least do better.
Because I do it for somebody's coaching program. So how I've been uploading YouTube is I'm supposed to do it unlisted, so nobody who can't get it.
Right.
Unless you're in the program. So that was just my teachings and my understanding.
Right.
So it's like, let me put this out right now. Even me saying this right now, let me say that thing that might help somebody else to get started. Also, getting verified. I didn't know that after 15 minutes, you got to get it verified. It's not crazy to get verified, guys.
Really?
It's not crazy. It's literally text them to let them know that you're a real person, and now you're verified.
That's
that's it. I'm about to, oh man, I gotta get verified. I'm gonna have to wait. I ain't gonna be able to do it at 9 in the morning.
When you dive into it, man, and you realize like, oh, that's it. Like, for instance, government contracting. I've opened that avenue in the last few months. I'm still exploring. It is a lot, but you understand why so many people start the process and don't want to do it. Buddy and I, we started doing it, went through everything with the with the certain programs and applications and whatnot. And it was a pain. 2 weeks of rejected. You're missing this. You're missing this. You're doing, this is incorrect. Rejected. And we scratching our heads like, what? Look, bro, we can come back to this. And then we looked at each other. We said, no, we're doing it. I made one phone call, spoke to a lady named Miss Suzanne.
Shout out to Miss Suzanne.
Shout out to Miss Suzanne. And I'm just going to assume she's black. I felt it in my heart. She said, baby, all you have to do is change the capitalization of how you enter your business name and everything will be approved. I said, I'm pulling my hair out over this. Walked me through it. I called my buddy. I said, hey, man, we were tripping for nothing. Go to your account, set it up like this. It needs to read this way. Everything approved the next day.
They said as men, we got to do this as clocking team.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do the
Yeah.
But I feel like that was that moment.
Yeah,
it was one of the moments when we were supposed to.
Definitely one of those.
It was one of the, I'm trying to.
For sure,
Pac-Man.
man, for
I don't know how to. But I felt like that was one of the moments because a lot of times, like, it be that one thing, that one step. Like, bro, I'm stressed out at this morning because I'm like, oh, dang. And then it's another thing. If you're posting on YouTube, you asked me, you just said about cursing. You know what I'm saying? I just realized, because I'm also doing this for my folks. I always you can put, yes, this is for kids. So when you upload to YouTube, it asks you, is this content for kids or not for kids?
Right.
I've always put yes because they're teaching, they're coaching. So I'm thinking like, it's nothing for them to do that. It doesn't make sense.
Okay. That makes
Come
sense.
to find out, no, it's crazy. If you put it that it's for kids, you can't leave comments.
So then you can't get the feedback you're looking for.
So you don't get no feedback. So like, I'm like, dang, bro, I done got this many people to watch and then nobody leave a comment. One of my homegirls just randomly texted me. She was like, hey, Don, can you unlock it so I can like leave some flames for your comments? And I was like, what you mean? The comments ain't on? And they said like comments.
You start digging deep. You like, man,
damn, why is it not working? But then I'm like, oh, ChatGPT, like, why is it not working? Blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And then I'm looking like, oh, it's because I put it as for kids and they don't want to push things where kids, because it goes to the kids' YouTube.
Right,
and if it's going to kids' YouTube, they don't want people to just be putting certain things in the
makes sense.
comments.
That
And I
makes
was
sense.
like, oh, that makes so much sense. So I'm just saying that to say, like, you just gave us one, but I think that's one of the biggest parts. A lot of times when we get into these businesses and things like that, we think we can't teach somebody because, oh, I'm not the expert or I haven't done this part of it. But like that one bar you just gave, somebody has been stressing themselves out about it and they've been thinking about like,
losing my mind. Do you hear me?
because you didn't capitalize.
And then all you see is deny. Man, once we did that, everything was downhill. Everything is downhill. So we're going to be exploring government contracting. I say third quarter 26.
That's hard.
Third quarter 26. We're going to explore that. So
That's super hard. That's super hard, man. And then I like to get specific when I talk about like speaking things into existence. So like, what's that? I don't want to say 5-year, 10-year goal, but like, what's the ultimate goal to like, hey, we want to have 15 trucks, 50 acres. Like, what does it look like if it's in a perfect world? You can snap your fingers and money wasn't a thing. Like, what would you actually want for Alpha, for the whole Alpha labor?
absolutely. I feel like the definition of empire is different for everyone. Everyone may have a general idea of what an empire is. I don't want to be a waste management, the waste management, the big green trucks that goes on. I don't want that. What I want is something for my family, something that I can hand down to my children. So in that sense, when you speak of how many trucks, 10 trucks would be ideal. Expanding into land clearing and getting into equipment like bobcats, things like that for land clearing, tree cutting services, just different pockets and different things, so that not only myself but my children or my team, we have different pockets where we're at that can continue to stay lucrative. And when you speak on generational wealth, that definition is different for everybody as well.
For sure.
To me, that's again, retiring my parents, having something for my children to have, at least 20 acres for a homestead. And I'm a country boy. I want that cow and chicken and farm life.
Are you tending to the land? Like, are you tending to the land, or do you have like
country boy? I'm tending.
Are you busting a whole like cow down?
I'm gonna pay for somebody for that.
Okay.
I'm not processing meat.
Okay.
But I'm
Because like
fence posting,
shout out to the Acre Boys. So shout out to my boys, the Acre Boys, man. They got
Yes,
Acre
yes.
Boys. They're my partners. Oh, you came.
Yeah.
You seen? You was here today?
I was here when they did one of their presentations.
Okay, cool. So yeah, shout out to Acre Boys. They got Acre Boys and then they got Acre Boys Farming. So the Acre Boys Farming, shout out to them. I definitely got to get them on the show. But they got this thing, bro. Like a cow can make you like 6,000. Like one cow
Did you not know? Yeah.
can make you 6 racks just from the skin to the ribs. To think about when you really think about how much you can bust a cow down.
Yeah.
Like the skin, the ribs, the
I need the barn
milk,
dominium with the walk-in freezer with the whole cow separated and labeled, so that my family can, hey, go grab some ribs for this weekend.
Yeah,
That's
that's
that type of
the
lifestyle.
beef jerky. Like, it's just so many things. Like, I was like, what? Like a cow,
Deer,
like,
hog, all of that, man.
so like, I think that's a super dope concept, a super dope thing that you could really put out there, man. But like, this is what this is, man. This is really a short, intimate, like letting people know what it is that you do so they can get in contact with you. This is a commercial. This is a 30-minute commercial. So is there anything that you directly want to tell people on like how they can get in contact with you? What's something about your business? I ain't gonna say to necessarily make a difference, but like, what is it that you want to say that you kind of stand out on, like working with you?
It makes a difference, and I'm big on customer service. I feel like that's been left out in the last few decades. People gotten real lax, real comfortable, and because customers aren't getting that service, they don't have that trust in certain companies. But I'm here to tell you, I'm providing white glove service. You're leaving with a feeling. I'm leaving you with a feeling to know, like, this was his price, this is what he did, but his service was excellent, and how he made me feel was fantastic. And I want others to feel like this if they need this service.
That's hard.
Absolutely. Customer service is huge, man. It's huge, and it's overlooked a lot. So I take pride in that.
So this is probably one of my I gotta give me like a cool segment. Like Silver got like dope segments within her show. So like she got like different songs. I don't got that yet. So I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it in the juice. But I do like this part, my favorite part, because I like if there's anybody who you would invite to the show.
Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you need any junk removal services, don't hesitate to call Alpha Labor Company. DonTalk Listen.
Like, if there's somebody that I may not know, who would you invite to come sit down and have a conversation with me?
Honestly, two people, my boy Anthony McKenna, Gold Mine Dumpsters in Houston,
sure.
because I saw him do things most people wouldn't think that they could do. I've talked to him and had conversations with him. He's like, I don't know, Stan. And I'm like, you know, and I know you.
For sure.
Just do it.
For sure.
And he did it, and he's making it happen. So again, he's been a real inspiration.
And if he can't come in studio, we can get him. We can make it digital. Okay. I can literally put him on that screen, and we looking at each other.
Oh, he'll do it.
I can put him on that screen, and
he'll do it.
We can have him right here, so it'd be like he in studio and he ain't got to be here. So
yeah, he'll do it.
We can make that happen.
Definitely my pops, because as much as I had to hear him talk and I didn't enjoy it, but all of my close friends who that I still talk to this day, they say, man, your dad dropped gems on me in high school that still stick with me. And
let's do it. I'm all about the family, like as soon as possible.
Might talk your mic on fire, but
hey, man, look, man.
Give you some game.
This is what we do, man. This is what we do, man. I have a way to shout. Like, I always love shouting out Silver, because like with the structure of it can't never get too much farther. We can always bring it back to it. So like that's one of the biggest parts about it, man. But I definitely appreciate you for stopping through, man. Is there anything you want to get to people? Like, hey, man, like, is there any motivational quote or anything that just kind of stuck with you that you want to give to somebody else? Consistency
is key. When you don't feel like doing it, get up.
Talk to them right there. Let them know.
Consistency is key. And I had to learn that. I recently learned. I'm 37, and I've recently learned that within the last, I'll say on my firstborn, 8 years. And no matter how you feeling, get up and do it. Do something that's going to help you toward progression in what you're doing. But don't take your foot off the gas. And most importantly, follow your heart. Despite what your friends and family may say, because they're going to be the ones that have the most impact on you as far as what they say. It has a lot of effect compared to a stranger, but do what's in your heart and keep pushing. I don't care what it is. Even though my truck's in the shop now, I'm still doing things in the background to move toward progression. Even though I'm not rolling at the moment, I will be this week. But consistency.
Definitely by the time this drop, we're gonna be already rolling. Y'all make a bit of get them with them. But yeah, man, we'll go to 3. We'll go 2. We'll go 2. Boom. You know what I'm saying? This has been another great episode of DonTalk Listen, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Cuz, bro. He gonna give y'all all his Instagrams. We're gonna put all his Instagrams and all his stuff and tags and all that. Make sure y'all subscribe, do all that good stuff. Who?
You gonna put all the info?
All is gonna be there. It's gonna be like right here. It's gonna be like somewhere right there or in that area. They gonna see it. They gonna be there. They gonna be all the tags. You can
I'm very proud.
Just text it to me. But yeah, man, this has been a great show, man. This is all about locking in with my people who actually are doing it. Shout out to the sponsors locked in. Shout out to the sponsors Dope. Shout out to the sponsor Yoko. Shout out to Silver on the ones and twos today, man. And like I always tell you, man,
thank you.
Have a great day on purpose, or at least do better.